and for thy stomach's sakes, the heart is spirited, what my heart can't take. They say he walked with the dregs of the earth, and he knew my existence before my birth. Why can't you be more like him? Forgive me, for I know I've sinned. I ask you, God, why I am here. I spilled my honor in death, I fear. Come sit at my table and weave me a fable and tell me a tale of you've done. Where's your Cain and Abel? I've looked in the stable and under the maple tree. What have you done? The soil's been stained until we toil and our veins are filled. We boil because you killed. Because you killed.
The Fractured Sons of Heaven and Earth, a multi-perspective retelling of Cain and Abel through time, a global perspective as taken from multiple continents, multiple languages and multiple cultures, including oral traditions of the Hopi Navajo and the Cheyenne and Ute Native Americans, written stories and traditions of the Mayan culture, Egyptian culture, also including the Mesopotamian myths, including Zachary Sitchin's work on Mesopotamia history, Mesopotamia Enuma Elish, Hindi texts including the Mahabharata and the Vamana Shastra. Sources also include Judaic and Christian theologies extracted from Torah and Half-Torah and Yashir.
Because you killed.
In the heavens, war broke out between divine rulers. Anu, sovereign of the gods, cast down his brother Alalu, who had ruled for 8 shore. Alalu refused to relinquish power, waging war against me, but fate had already spoken. His defeat was total. The chronicles tell of a final act of divine punishment. Anu bit off Alalu's testicles, ensuring his rival would have no heirs, no legacy, no kingdom to pass down. His rule ended, not only in exile but in absolute erasure. I fled to Earth, where he found the Eridu, the Eden. Seeking redemption, he sought minerals and resource. But what is a king without subjects? My throne was lost, my line severed. The cycle of inheritance had been broken. What has been done in heaven shall be done on earth, as above, so below the same tragedy unfolded. Cain and Abel, 2 brothers, 2 destinies, lived in an era where men no longer drifted beneath the guidance of wandering spirits. They sought dominion over land, survival and legacy.
As a keeper of flocks, I moved in rhythm with nature, never bound by walls or permanence. My sacrifice was accepted. My existence, though fleeting, was favored.
Cain, the builder, craved stability, control, a future secured in stone and grain, but jealousy breeds destruction.
I saw the rejection of my offering and rage overtook me. I did not wield a blade, I lifted a stone. The element meant to build, now used to destroy.
Abel's blood soaked the ground, his legacy vanished. Cain was cursed to wander, yet the divine voice intervened.
He is mine. Marked but not slain, preserved yet exiled, and the soil shall bear the mark.
Cain sought refuge in the cities built by men, but the walls that promised permanence became his tomb. One collapsed, crushing him beneath the weight of his own ambition. Thus the cycle closed. I left no lineage, disappearing into forgotten dust.
I, who sought permanence, was buried beneath the ruins of my own creation, my line marked and hated. No soil will yield, nor shall I find forgiveness.
Across the vast rainforests of the Maya, whispers linger of a ritual meant to disrupt the cycle of conflict. Sacrificing twin brothers, 2 bound by blood, was meant to prevent the endless repetition of war between rival siblings. The Maya believed in cycles of creation, destruction and rebirth. If the same conflict continued to play out across generations, what could be done to stop it? Some scholars speculate that by ritually offering twin brothers, the Maya were attempting to sever the unseen war, the struggle Cain and Abel embodied, the eternal battle of inheritance. To deny both brothers a future meant the pattern would be broken. No victor, no lineage, no repeating fate. One could not rise over the other. The story echoes in the Popol Vuh, the sacred Maya text. The hero twins, Hunahpu and Ixbalanque, descend into the underworld to confront the lords of death. The gods attempt to destroy them, but the brothers sacrifice themselves willingly, only to be reborn as the sun and moon.
Did the Maya believe that sacrificing their own twin children was an attempt to preempt war, ensuring neither sibling could overpower the other? Did they fear the return of rival souls destined to repeat destruction? Or was it an act of balance, one final offering to ensure peace?
In the heart of Colorado Springs, a tale unfolds, shrouded in the mists of time and whispered through the ages. The story speaks of a native who, consumed by a fit of rage, killed his own brother and cast his body into the sacred spring in Manitou. This act, much like the biblical tale of Cain and Abel, reflects the timeless theme of brotherly betrayal, a dark echo that ripples through history. The legend tells of two brothers, once inseparable, who became divided by jealousy and anger. The sacred spring, a place of peace and healing, became the site of a tragic end. As the water turned red with the blood of kin, the spirit of the land itself seemed to weep. The echoes of this betrayal reverberated through the tribe, a haunting reminder of the consequences of such actions. Much like Cain, the native brother was marked, not by a divine curse, but by the sorrow in his heart and the whispers of his people. He wandered, forever haunted by his deed, his name spoken in hushed tones, a warning to future generations. This chapter merges seamlessly with the tales of Cain from other lands, drawing parallels to the biblical narrative. Whether in the lush rainforests of the Maya, the ancient cities of the Hopi, or the sacred springs of Colorado, the story remains the same. Brother against brother, a cycle of betrayal and consequence, echoing through time and space. The tale of Manitou's spring is yet another thread in the tapestry of Cain's curse, a timeless lesson etched into the very fabric of human history. In the annals of Mormon history, a story emerges, eerily resonant with the timeless theme of brotherly betrayal. The tale speaks of Nephi and Laman, two brothers whose conflict led to a deep schism among their descendants. Nephi, the righteous leader, and Laman, consumed by jealousy and anger, perpetuated a cycle of conflict that rippled through generations. Much like Cain and Abel, their story is one of division and consequence, a dark echo that finds its place in the tapestry of human history. But the tale of Nephi and Laman does not stand alone. Recent whispers suggest a curious alignment between this story and ancient legends from distant lands. Some scholars have begun to explore the possibility that Egypt, in its quest for trade and expansion, might have established contact with the ancient peoples of North America. Artifacts and inscriptions hint at a connection, a thread that weaves together disparate cultures and stories. Could it be that the tale of Nephi and Laman, much like the biblical narrative of Cain and Abel, found its way across oceans and deserts, carried by traders and storytellers? As we delve deeper into these ancient myths, the lines between history and legend blur, revealing a shared human experience that transcends time and space. The story of the Mormon brothers adds yet another layer to the complex narrative of brotherly betrayal, a theme that echoes through the ages, from the sacred springs of Colorado to the lost cities of ancient Egypt. As we uncover these connections, one thing becomes clear. The story of Cain's curse is ironically prevalent on or centered around the North American continent. But it is not confined to any one time. It is a universal tale, etched into the very fabric of human history, a reminder of the consequences of jealousy and betrayal that continues to resonate across the ages.
From the heavens to the earth, from the gods to man, the war between brothers played out in civilizations long after Cain and Abel's fate was sealed.
Montezuma's lost brother, an echo of Cain's abandoned kin. The sacrificed Maya twins, an offering to halt the repeating conflict. The Hopi firestorm, a warning that civilization itself was at risk if rivalry continued unchecked. The cycle was never truly broken.
For the first time in millennia, the echoes stirred again, hinting that Cain's story did not end in exile. His name was spoken still, whispered in myth, carved in stone.
Before the chronicles were rewritten, before the heavens were shattered by war, there existed a world untouched, a realm in perfect harmony, resonating with 13 frequencies that pulsed in sync with the stars. The rivers carried copper, the forests murmured the codes of creation, and the people knew the forgotten mathematics of the cosmos. This was the first Eden, an age before interference, before the gods descended and seized dominion over men. Then came the war above. Anu overthrew Alalu, claiming the celestial throne. As battle raged in the heavens, its echoes reached earth. The luminous architects arrived, bearing the rule of 12, severing the balance that had sustained creation. The great tree of life, the axis of planetary energy, was cut down.
Cain had won, but the land itself rejected the victory. The soil, once fertile, began to wither. Strange sickness spread among its people. Livestock perished, the rivers ran dry. The scholars whispered that something had been unleashed, something beyond human control.
And then the earth shook, stone upon stone collapsed, burying the great city beneath its own ambition. The fire that had once devoured Abel now consumed Cain itself. Some say it was punishment, others call it fate. Either way, the city was lost, its ruins buried, its name remembered only in hushed warnings. As we delve deeper into Cain's curse and its echoes across time, we must lift our gaze to the stars. Ancient cultures believed that the heavens were not just a backdrop for divine drama, but a cosmic mirror reflecting human fate. The alignment of celestial bodies often foretold significant events on Earth, and many prophecies tied to Cain's curse have an astronomical component. The Sumerians, who chronicled the war of Anu and Alalu, also left records of a mysterious star they called Nibiru, which was said to disrupt the balance of the cosmos every 3,600 years. This star's appearance was believed to bring chaos and destruction, echoing the turmoil unleashed by Cain. Similarly, the Mayan calendar, famous for its precision, predicted cycles of creation and destruction. The end of the long count calendar in 2012 was seen by some as a moment of cosmic realignment, potentially echoing the ancient war among the gods and the curse that followed Cain's act. Even the Hopi spoke of the blue star Kachina, a celestial body that would signal the end of one world and the beginning of another. This prophecy mirrors the endless cycle of conflict and renewal tied to Cain's curse. The Egyptians too aligned their pyramids with the stars, particularly Orion's belt, which they associated with Osiris, the god of the afterlife and resurrection. This alignment was believed to ensure the pharaoh's journey to the afterlife, but it also hinted at the cosmic balance disrupted by Cain's actions. As we trace these celestial alignments and prophecies, we see that Cain's curse was not just a terrestrial event, but a cosmic one. The heavens themselves seem to react to his act, marking time with celestial signs that warned of repeating cycles of conflict and destruction. From the Sumerians to the Maya, from the Hopi to the Egyptians, the stars hold memories of Cain's curse, an eternal reminder that the balance of the cosmos can be disrupted by actions taken here on Earth. The curse is woven into the very fabric of the universe, forever echoing through time and space. Throughout time, civilizations have risen, fallen, and vanished, often leaving behind only myth, ruins, and cryptic warnings. The echoes of Cain's act, one brother erased, one condemned, stretch across cultures, histories, and prophecies. This war, fought in the heavens and mirrored below, was never truly resolved. The Hopi warned of fire falling from the sky, cleansing the earth, swallowing entire nations, and resetting human history. Was this a prophecy, or was it a memory? From ancient texts to oral traditions, the destruction of a world by flame repeats itself. The Vedic texts speak of Indra's weapon, the Vajra, a force capable of leveling kingdoms. The Book of Revelation describes devices that kill countless men using the power of the universe. The Maya inscriptions tell of civilizations wiped away in a single night, their temples reduced to embers. If Cain was the first to wield unchecked destruction, his legacy did not end with him. Were these catastrophes echoes of his war? Had humanity merely repeated his mistake? Across continents, once thriving cities vanished. Harappa, a vast metropolis of the Indus Valley, abandoned under mysterious circumstances, with evidence of extreme heat and sudden death. Knossos, the Minoan capital, wiped out, perhaps by a natural disaster, or something more ominous. Troy, burned to the ground, remembered only in poetry and legend. Each bore the marks of sudden annihilation. Some researchers have even pointed to traces of radiation, an inexplicable footprint of past destruction, Could these sites be remnants of Cain's war, repeating again and again across epochs? Vedic texts describe aerial vehicles, vimanas, capable of unleashing divine weapons. The Mahabharata speaks of firestorms reducing entire cities to ashes. They took the power of the universe, and the bodies of men were burned beyond recognition, their bones turned to dust. Archaeologists have uncovered vitrified ruins in regions where no natural force should have caused such destruction. Is it possible that Cain's war, his use of something beyond his control, resurfaced through the ages? Cain did not merely slay Abel, he wiped out an entire bloodline, changing the future itself. Yet restoration was promised through Seth, the brother reborn, carrying the line forward. Was this divine intervention, or was it the cycle returning again, fate demanding balance? Cain's curse followed him through time, whispered in the ruins of Babylon, hinted at in the lost copper mines of America, reflected in the destruction myths of the Hopi, the Maya, and the Indus Valley. The ancient rulers who ensured knowledge would remain fractured, keeping Cain's mistake hidden beneath rewritten histories. The fall of Atlantis. A civilization so advanced that its hubris led to its destruction, was it another iteration of Cain's war, doomed to repeat? Beneath the sacred mountains, the resonance of lost voices stirs. Cain's legacy does not disappear, it returns. Cain unleashed something beyond his control, something that would take ages to repair, something that never truly ended. From ruined cities to rewritten histories, Cain's war still unfolds, its echoes shaping every civilization that followed. This concludes our story for now. Do you know of other stories that mirror this event? Please share your thoughts in the comments below. For more great stories, subscribe and remember to like and share. Thanks for watching. And, as always, may your expansion be eternal and a positive addition to the universe. Benson, Ezra Taft, The Teachings of Ezra Taft Benson, Bookcraft 1988, Hopkins Clark, The Bronze Age Collapse and the Lost Cities, University of Chicago Press 1975, Joseph Smith, The Book of Mormon, Another Testament of Jesus Christ, The Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints 1830, Sitchin Zechariah, The Twelfth Planet, Avon Books 1976, Smith, Michael E. Aztec Society, Cambridge University Press 2012, Stevenson, Mark, The Hopi Prophecy and Ancient Cataclysms, Southwest Historical Press 2003, Tainter Joseph A., The Collapse of Complex Societies, Cambridge University Press 1988. Vandermeer Roop Marak, A History of the Ancient Near East, 30,000 to 323 BC, Wiley Blackwell, 2015.